Y'all day was okay?
I had a very productive day.
That's good. Well, we gonna talk about it. Hey, welcome back, universe. It's Verified Vibes. In this episode, it's just Tahj-Bands from the crew. I'm holding it down this week, and I'm here with my two lovely girlfriends. I'll let them go ahead and introduce themselves. Go ahead.
Peace, y'all.
Go ahead,
Autecia.
Go ahead, Autecia.
Okay, peace, y'all. I'm Autecia, and what should I start? 24 years old.
Okay, Tinder profile. Tell me about your brand.
Tinder profile. Okay, but no, I rep Essence of a Gym. We're all about self-care and self-love. And just, tap into the essence of what we all are and being one with the universe and your source. And so, yeah, that's just me. I just be chilling, you know what I'm saying? I also trade. Yeah, so that's it.
I like that
for
introduction.
Now. Yeah, for now, that's it.
For now, yeah.
Hello. My name is Flu, a Southern playalistic name Flu. Yes, you have to say that whole thing. Eli Flu or Elise Fluellen. I'm Elise. So yeah, I represent two orgs, you feel me? Coach Consulting Inc. We focus on getting young people jobs in construction. We focus on getting on construction projects in the city, across the country, in the world, trying to make sure, we staying and living an efficient lifestyle. It's a lot of blood that's leaving construction industry right now. They're retiring out. We trying to get some new blood in. If you need a job, hit my line. Mm-hmm. And then there's Take Two America Foundation Inc. The whole premise, my boss, Mr. JT Johnson, I was gonna say, I don't know if I would say his name.
Yeah,
my boss,
give him a shout out.
Mm-hmm. Right, shout out to JT. My boss, Mr. JT Johnson, was a member of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s ground crew in the 60s for the civil rights movement. I'm sorry, my nose itched. But, so I work with him. It's us. He got the Coach Consulting Inc. and he has Take to America, basically pushing on the idea of nonviolence within our communities and all coming together as the people that we're supposed to be. In unity, peacefully, educate each other, a village. So if you're trying to be in the village, hit my line.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, world. We're just three Black queens manifesting our reality and really just trying to spread the positivity and the knowledge through the community. Mm-hmm. And that's really why I feel like my two friends, Elise and Aaron, Autecia, excuse me.
It don't matter.
I feel like y'all were perfect for this conversation. My queens right here, they're going to make you tap in because I feel like it's too many zombies working around just like living life to life. And y'all are really my highest, what's the word? My friends with the most, like, I don't want to say highest intellect, but like as far as like worldly knowledge.
Enlightenment.
We bring the vibe.
Yeah,
the Holy Trinity.
The Holy Trinity. It's my crew. Yeah, so for this episode, I really just want to dive into like feminine energy and just like, Black spirituality too. So I just want to start it off. I know we've been all hearing about the Derek Johnson situation.
Jackson.
Is that his name? Jackson. Derek Jackson. I don't know who this man is. I saw it on social media.
Girl,
and I
saw him and his wife yesterday on my Twitter, and I was like, oh, okay.
Look, his wife came out with a video today.
Oh, for real?
I didn't watch the video today.
I didn't watch the video either. I just saw them talking about her wearing the bonnet. I was like, why y'all gonna call
That's how you know she done. That's how you know she done. She come on with the bonnet.
She came on. She ain't care about nothing. Like,
no, for real. So if you don't know, Derek Jackson, I thought he was a preacher. She said he was just a Christian guru on Instagram, but I think he basically preaches like spirituality in your relationships and how to like make relationships work. But then it came out that he been cheating on his wife. So the whole world is kind of flipped upside down and are like, I don't want to say like attacking his like
his character.
Yeah. I mean, which it deserves because like no man should cheat, but like you're not practicing what you preach.
Right.
Yeah. So I wanted to bring that up because a lot of people, that kind of goes into my point. A lot of people try to generalize Christian people. And my perception of Christianity is just like, I don't know. We all know that we aren't perfect. You know, God loves imperfection people because that's, you know, that's we're striving to be like him. And I kind of think it's messed up that people try to generalize Christians as like snotty nose know-it-alls when, you know, that's not even the case. And it's crazy that this man did leave a terrible examples for Christian. But that just kind of led me to think like, wow, the world is kind of leaning away from religion, like real tough. Like, have y'all noticed a lot of people are stopping claiming, I can't talk. They're not claiming like a certain religion anymore. People are really like individualizing their spirituality now. So what do y'all think about that shift in our culture?
I love it. I'm with it.
People tapped into their essence. You feel me? They tapped into who they are, who they know they always been. It's an awakening. Like the whole planet is waking up.
And it's more and more every day. Like it's amazing because a lot of people, you could maybe like 3-4 years ago, I'll probably having a conversation with somebody and they'll dismiss me in regards to spirituality.
They open now.
Right. So it's like now, like I could just say one little thing because, you know, sometimes you get discouraged from spreading your word to people.
Yeah.
So I could say one little thing and then they're all tuned in. And I'm like, oh, now you want to listen. So
it's the opening of the heart if you think about it. Like I feel like everybody, even with the pandemic, it just made us all very vulnerable. Like everybody has no choice but to really open up their heart and just, you know, be real with themselves and be real with reality and how it is in front of them. And that's just, I feel like that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? We all realizing the truth.
It definitely gave people time to, like, all this quarantine.
Yeah.
It definitely, like, last year, especially when it was big, it definitely gave people some time to, like, sit in their house and think, like, why are we dealing with this? Maybe I'll Google something. And it starts with, maybe I'll Google something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that is true. And then being in quarantine, it's like you gotta take it day by day. You ain't got shit else to do.
Right.
So it's like it forces you to like pause for a second and smell the roses. Like, okay, what do I want to do with life? Because life ain't happening right now.
So roses as in like reality.
Right, exactly.
You know, we all walk around in this false cloud of like social media and what people want, but nobody really thinks like, what do I want to do to make it to the afterlife? Or like, what do I need to do to like treat my fellow neighbor like with respect? Like, and I appreciate quarantine for doing that for real.
Yeah.
So do y'all think you think it started in quarantine though? Like the awakening of people's like intellect?
I think it pushed it forward.
Cause I feel like people start looking at stones and stuff before Corona and everything.
Right. Like you can lead the horse, like they say, you lead the horse to the water, but you ain't gonna make them drink. I'd like to think of people as digging themselves out of a hole. Yeah. So before it was, you know, before the pandemic, you know, it was regular life. Like things are going well for me. Things are going well in my life. I got what I need to be searching for outside forces. I go to church. I go to mass. I go wherever I go. Like, I don't need to think about none of this because I already know what's up. So then it's just like, all right, well, now I'm at home. It's something about this situation, this pandemic. That's where it starts. Some people started off like something about this pandemic that I'm not okay with. Let me Google, what is the coronavirus? And that's when people start like, you know, seeing things aren't as true as they think it is.
Yeah, I just feel like shit. Being in the house all day, you look in the mirror and you be like, you just decide, like, what do I want to do today? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I want to create? Do I want to create destruction or do I want to create something that's going to last? And so it's like taking it day by day because, like, we building monuments. We building empires. Like, you know what I'm saying? The ones that really tapped in and chose themselves, you know, during this time, like, it's about building. It's about being a better person. It's about loving yourself. It's about, you know what I'm saying, taking care of you, taking care of what's in front of you. Your reality is fucked up because you know what I'm saying? That's some real shit.
And people,
like,
and that's part of the enlightenment because a lot of people that don't know that, they just think the world sucks.
And it's everybody against them. And you don't realize when you point the finger, it's three pointing back at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot point the finger and say something in your reality is somebody else's fault. No, you have to take accountability. It's all about, and that's when it comes to spirituality, like that's what it is. Like, it's taking accountability for your life. Like, be self-responsible. You know what I'm saying?
Definition. Yeah,
For
facts.
real.
Because can't nobody else cause anything but you. The only thing you can control, well, you can control everything. The only thing you can't control is the things you don't stress over.
Other people, you can't control how other people do you or what other people do to themselves. So
having been said, do y'all think that with the rise of spirituality, you think people are genuinely looking into themselves and trying to look into the world? Or you think people are just seeing other people look at astrology or like buy crystals and stuff and they're using it kind of like a trend? Because I didn't see, no cap, I know some girls that they ain't like that for real. And I know they're not like that. And I know it's bad to judge people, but I know you're not built like that.
You know what?
You're buying the book because everybody else got it.
You know what? I was thinking about this the other day, like, no lie. And I was just like, I was thinking that in a negative way because I'm like, trending, would it be in a trend? It's like everybody trying to catch the wave. But at the same time, like, that's where it all begins. You know what I'm saying? Like it all begins with just a seed. You know what I'm saying? And then you let it work with you. You know what I'm saying? And then as it works with you, then that's the journey of it. You know what I'm saying? Spirituality is everything. Everything around us that's happening. It's a spiritual experience. It's all sacred. We get away from that. We forget about that. You know what I'm saying? Like we forget that this is our life and it's all we have is like each other. And so, shit, yeah, that's how I feel. I kind of went off on a tangent. I forgot what we was talking about. What was the
the posers?
Right.
Yeah, the posers.
The posers.
I think you were trying to say.
But you was on
posers.
topic. Your answer was good for that because I was like, yeah.
No, the posters. It is the people. Like, okay, that's the thing.
You're right.
Because this is the
starts
thing.
as
Like,
a wave.
That's true. And then it's like with the trending topic, like with it being a trending topic, everybody kind of get into the trend. So it's like it makes it look like spirituality looks like something, but it doesn't look like anything. It's just
it look like your reflection in the mirror.
that's what it looked like.
you.
It
But
looked
you
like
don't
you.
know that.
Yeah.
Until you really start getting like, I feel like it, like you were saying, like it starts with the trend, but when people get into the trend, they're like,
You find your way.
You start
way.
learning, like you start to learn real things because if you a poser, like say somebody got a crystal, amethyst crystal or something, and, that helps manifest what you got going on in your life and stuff. Say somebody got an amethyst crystal just because Twitter told them to go get one. So you was like, what am I supposed to do with this? Oh, I'm supposed to express what I want and my intentions, and it's just supposed to happen. You lying. So then every morning you wake up,
right?
Every morning you wake up, you just gonna be like, y'all lying. I'm make $1 million in 4 months, and within those 4 months, you keep saying it, and it keeps happening, and then you start to feel like, am I really? You start to see it come in. It's like, am I really about to make $1 million within these 4 months? And then by that was 120th day.
Shit.
You got your $1 million.
And
Like,
so
this is real.
Well, I'll be looking at the crystal like,
Like you start off like not a non-believer, but just because the crystal was pretty and somebody said it worked, you want to have the pretty crystal. And now you got a pretty crystal and you know how to use it. So that's going from poser to genuine, I feel like.
Yeah.
True. I feel I feel like you threw a little magic in there, a lot of little magic. But yeah, like even with working with the crystals though, they help with your everyday life, like tapping into just like different moods, like calming you and shit like that as well. But like I was saying with the trend, like I feel like with it being trendy, I feel like we have a negative like mindset towards trendy. You know what I'm saying? It's not always bad for something to be trending. Like we like black men get shot is trending. That's not something that you want to look forward to, but I would go for a spirituality trend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's do it. Like, let's see where we all go.
Is it a TikTok challenge?
You feel me?
I just
everybody
hate,
tap in. You know what I'm saying?
I just hate seeing the non-genuine side of the trend. That's really
but
what
what's
it
not?
is.
I mean,
I feel you.
I feel like at the end of the day,
most situations.
that's that person in their own journey, and that's what we got to get back as far as the community is letting go of having control over what somebody
Everybody
else doing.
else's journey.
Like if they pump fake them, let them fake it till they make it.
Fact. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
And that's
Like,
the
straight
biggest
up.
thing with me is education, because we as a village, we fail to educate each other.
Facts.
Like everybody want to be one up on somebody. Everybody want to know
Yes.
somebody's business. Like
Yes.
everybody want to go everybody want to go to Buckhead to spend their money when really they live on the south side of Atlanta. Like, just support your community, support your people. Understand that y'all have a lot to learn from each other, and that's part of the problem. Why it's sometimes it can only be a trend, because then it's people that don't necessarily want to see people do better than them, because they not seeing themselves progress.
I love that.
So
I love that.
And that's facts.
that's big. With me,
That's
education
big facts.
is
That's
big.
big facts.
Big facts.
Nobody want to grind together. That's one thing that we do have to learn as a community, like helping each other out. Like, it's tough. But back to you guys. So I want the audience to know a little bit more about you guys. Y'all know I know y'all, but like I want to know, like, how did y'all start off y'all personal spiritual journey? Like, did y'all start off with a religion, or like what made you get into like looking more into, you know, your own personal perspective of the world? So whoever wants to go first, I really want to hear about y'all.
All right, I'll go first. So mine started in college, as we know. Well, as y'all know. So y'all know I was doing Legends. If y'all know what Legends is, you know, I had a slight modeling career.
It was very intense.
Very intense.
It was intense, but it was quick.
Okay.
She was a force to be reckoned with, honey.
So we was at Legends practice one day, and I don't want to say his name, but y'all know who I used to date freshman year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you figure that out.
I'm gonna text you under the table.
Okay, please, because I'm like, who?
My man's had glasses. He was my height. And I'm gonna let her text you under the table.
Anyway. I'm like, who?
So we wasn't an item. We wasn't an item when he said this to me at Legends practice. He was also in it. But he
must have not been important, because I don't remember.
I'm weak at you.
I swear to God. I'm like, who?
I'm gonna show you.
We're gonna show a picture later.
Right. I'll show you when we get off.
But that don't matter.
Right. Okay. So yeah. I remember we was at Legends practice, and he was like, I forgot what led up to this, but basically, like, what was like the boom moment for me, he was like, I'll start you off with your first lesson right here. In the Bible, where it say Jesus, he wasn't Jesus. I was like, it wasn't Jesus. So then, you know, we was hanging out, whatever, in his dorm, and he used to always watch his man, Bobby Hemmett. Bobby Hemmett.
I heard of him.
He used to always watch one of his lectures, or like just whatever he posted on YouTube. Like, he used to always watch the lectures, and it just used to be so much profound things. Basically, his whole thing was ancient Kemet is where all black people were from. I'm still trying to figure out where all black people from, because it's a lot of different sources, misinformation. It's a lot. But that was his whole premises: is everything that's going on in the world now is come from ancient Kemet, which is Egypt, if you don't know that. And the pyramids. So that's pretty much. I started dabbling into that Black history with him. And then he left school, or we broke up. I don't know.
Both. Yeah.
Yeah, both. And then I started doing my own thing.
Yeah.
I like that beginning. So you learned from a black man.
I learned from a black
You
man.
be dropping gems.
They be
dropping gems.
Black men, and for those, just real quick, for those of us black women who like to shame our black men for being black men, understand that just like they need us black women, we need our black men.
Yeah.
Facts.
So, and don't argue with me. Argue with Jesus.
Your mama.
Okay.
Yeah.
Argue with Jesus.
And your mama. What about you?
Honestly, when I think about where my spirituality began, I think about childhood. Like, I feel like I've always been the oddball out. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it came to being around family. And not necessarily odd, but just kind of like, you know, different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And just thought about things differently. And, yeah, I think that's kind of where mine stemmed from. But, you know, throughout, I think it really popped off my high school career. I got a relaxer in my hair at an early age. Like, my mom put a relaxer in my hair when I was like 5.
Beginning of our trauma.
Yeah, and so like by the time I got to high school, I ended up chopping all my relaxer off, and this is the first time that I saw my crown. And I think that's when it started, because I remember in high school I went into like a deep depression, or so I thought I was depressed. But I never told anybody, because, like, who the fuck can you tell in a black family that you depressed and you ain't paying no bills, you ain't got no job?
Part of that generational curses and trauma.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me my feelings invalid.
Like, what are you sad about?
Like, what you gotta be sad about? Like, you taken care of. Okay. Yeah. Well, it was because, like, it was the first time that I had to, like, kind of look at myself in the mirror for, like, how my hair came out my head. And I grew up mainly around like white people. Like, when y'all tell me about y'all stories with like black people in y'all school, like we were the minority where I grew up. You feel me? So like I grew up different. So like nobody looked like me. You know what I'm saying? And then I chopped my hair off. Like now I look like me. You know what I'm saying? I don't look like them anymore. And so that kind of, you know what I'm saying, that was an experience in itself. And as I got older and then I got into college, like, I just realized that I did not like the education system. Like, when I was in college, like, I was miserable as fuck. Because I'm like, what are y'all teaching me, and why am I here, and I ain't got to go to class? I'm not going. Like, that's and at least I did not go to class.
Did go to class.
I did not go to class.
But like, after it got to a certain point, I'll go down the air room and be like, bro, we got class. And
like, this
would not come out. I'll be like, all right, I'm leaving.
I'll be like, me and Elise had chemistry together. I was good at first, like, I was in the beginning.
In the beginning.
After a while, I was like, fuck this.
Yeah,
like,
no cap.
I'm gonna get some money.
It got to a point where I'll be like, when I'm out of class, I'm like, I know Aaron's at home. Aaron's always at home.
Always
never
at
on
home.
campus. She ain't never on campus.
On me. Like, listen, post it. But not for real. So, yeah, so I got a taste of the real world before everybody around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I realized that paying rent, like paying bills, like I was like, I do not want to live like this, bro. Like, I'm just living for what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For what?
Like, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying?
To work and die.
Yeah. And so I think also, like, my dad has a lot to do with my spirituality too, because my dad, you want to talk about a wholesome Christian, like, my dad was like straight up, like, by the book, like, listen, like, ain't no hypocrite over here. Like, my dad fasted, he prayed, he, you know what I'm saying, spoke in tongues, and that, not to say like that makes you spiritual, but like, he was tapped into his essence, you feel me? Like, he was tapped in, and he was having converse with God, you know what I'm saying? And God was feeding him, because you could see it, like, he was just beaming, you know what I'm saying, with light. But it's crazy because the church that he was going to, I'm gonna put it on blast. Like, we gonna put it on blast. We're gonna put it on blast. But the church he was going to, like, they was hypocrite, and then they was hating on him because he was being righteous. You know what I'm saying? And that broke his heart. You know what I'm saying? That broke my dad's heart. And I would say, like, my dad is the perfect example of, like, a righteous man. So, like,
the Christian you trying to be.
Christian that most people try to be. And, like, so for me, my spirituality foundation came from knowing, like, having a father that was, like, righteous, you know what I'm saying? So it taught me how to be righteous. And he would always quote scriptures. And so I have these scriptures, like, embedded in my subconscious. So, like, sometimes, like, as I got, when I was in college or I was away from home, you know what I'm saying? Like, these scriptures would come up, you know what I'm saying? Like, count it all joy. Yeah. That would come up for me all the time. My daddy always said that, count it all joy. Anything bad happened, my dad would, like, count it all joy. And it would always, you know what I'm saying, ring in my head. And at the time, I didn't know what it meant as a child, you know what I'm saying? But he was planting seeds in me. He didn't even know. And so, yeah, now, like, when it comes to building my empire, and doing what I have to do and creating the life that I want to create, like, I take it day by day. And even my losses, like, I count it all joy. When people talk shit, you know what I'm saying, whatever they got to say about Autecia, I count it all joy, baby. You feel me? Like,
who gonna check
it? On me.
Nobody.
Who gonna check it?
Jesus. Yeah. So when I looked in the mirror and realized who I was, like, that was it for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's me, and I'm gonna ride for me every time. I'm gonna bet on me every time, straight up.
As you should.
Like,
And everyone needs to do what's best for them.
Honestly, yeah.
I can't be mad if it affects me. You did what's best for you.
Facts. Correct.
I like that.
I feel like my spiritual awakening was like more morbid. Like, I feel like death caused me to have a different outlook on the world and start transitioning. Yeah, because I still identify as a Baptist Christian, but I think from the past, like since 2019, I've been kind of transitioning into being more spiritual than focused on the religion itself. So yeah, death 2019 when my two close friends passed away within a month from each other. Shout out to Anthony, shout out to Nakia. We miss you, we love you. That really just opened my eyes. I had like such a bad existential crisis. It was my last semester in school, honey. I was going through a bad relationship, getting through it, and I had to start looking at myself like, who am I? Like, why am I here on this earth? Like, what's the reason? What's my reason? Like, what's going to get me to the next life? And I think that made me start taking a deeper look into myself than just running to the Bible for all my answers, which is, nothing's wrong with going to the Bible for your answers. But at a certain point, you need to recognize for yourself, you know what I'm saying? Use the knowledge that you use from the Bible to like guide your path. And I started doing that. And I can say I'm halfway there, but I still kind of identify as a Christian because I'm kind of scared.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like, Christianity is not a bad thing.
It's the way it's been taught to people and the way people implement it at the same time.
Black people make it seem like such a bad thing now to be a Christian because, like, the white people gave you Christianity. And
it is that, but they also made the white man superior. They made the man superior. And nowhere in the Bible do they uplift women. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We was just talking about this in the car, like nowhere in the Bible do you see a woman in power. You know what I'm saying? They made it men superior, and really, we are their equal. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody brought them to this earth.
Everybody think the Christ Jesus was just Jesus, but Jesus had a twin. Mary Magdalene was his twin. That was the feminine energy of the Christ consciousness. You know what I'm saying? So it's a divine masculine and a divine feminine energy that we both can tap into, but they don't. In this society that we live in, is masculine driven. You feel me? And we forget the feminine, or we disrespect her. You know what I'm saying? And we don't uphold her for who she truly is. And that's what's changing. That's what's shifting.
And what you just said is another example of black men needing black women and black women needing black men.
The unity.
The divine feminine and the divine masculine is in a sense a yin and yang. Y'all need each other. A man is the masculine in a woman's life, and a woman is the feminine in a man's life, and they both need that energy.
Need each other. To balance and out. Then not only that, I'm not even finna. I'll just go ahead because I just lost it.
Come on,
because I just like my train of thought just went like on a woof.
That's what this whole episode is about.
Yeah, I know my mind be like on a.
You be zipping.
What? Yeah. Like through the cosmos.
Hey, but we be having girl talk. Yeah.
Not for real, but like even with the divine masculine, I feel like when it comes to men, like they have to realize that they need us. You know what I'm saying? And not just for no good pussy to lay in. That's not what we need.
Yeah.
That's
not the artificial shit.
Ghetto.
You know what I'm saying?
Not the ghetto shit.
I'm so much more than that, brother.
The deeper thing,
you know what I'm saying?
And some refuse to see that. Continue.
No, you good. Like I'm, you know what I'm saying, flowing. But yeah, I feel like the divine masculine has to realize that he needs the divine feminine, and the divine feminine has to be willing to surrender to that, because I feel like the way society paints a picture now, it's like, fuck niggas. I get their money. I run a bag up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, sis, but when some shit go down, you don't need that divine masculine. You know what I'm saying? You're going to need him. You need his logic. You need his practicality. You know what I'm saying? You need his protection. But protecting a black woman is not just about physical protection. You have to protect the black woman emotionally, you know what I'm saying, intellectually, lead her in the right way, like a righteous person would do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like our black men have not been righteous towards us. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. And we haven't been righteous towards them. So really we haven't been righteous towards each other. And I feel like as a unit, like we all have to heal. and you have to do better by each other. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
For
the
real.
balance is definitely off, and it's been off, and we could tell by like what's trending right now.
But
The
it's
balance is
crazy.
off.
Like, history has played its role in. We speaking about black people. I was gonna say spirituality for everybody, but no, but
we talking about
in
black people.
specifics for black people, history has proven time and time again, the more that you learn, the more new things, you can learn a new thing every day, and it'll still be proven correct, that the Western society, I ain't gonna say white people, but
The Western society.
the
we
Western
know who you talking
society,
Who built it?
who started all this?
who made us build it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Western society
Correction.
has definitely done its due diligence in dismantling the black family unit.
Facts.
Slavery, butt breaking, watching your wife,
Yeah.
letting having your wife watch you be raped. Having a man watch his wife be raped.
Rape, yeah. Or having to have sex with the children. They
Right.
used to do that.
Or killing their babies, or just like let's go a little bit more modern. When Planned Parenthood came out, when Section 8 came out, these rules with Section 8, you can't have only women and their kids can live in this apartment, and if it's a man in there for more than 3 days, all y'all out. Like, so I'm married, just lost my house where I could literally do whatever I want. Now I gotta be in Section 8. And you telling me my husband can't
even
live
be
with his
here.
wife and kids? So now now I gotta do everything by myself. I don't know where my husband is. Husband might be somewhere with another woman. Husband might be somewhere, lost his job, don't want to tell you. You don't know because you don't live with him. So it's just like Western society has done the absolute most and a great job
Great job.
at dismantling the black family unit. And I really hope that resonates with the listeners and the viewers, because that's something to think about.
Yeah.
That's part of what broke spirituality for black people.
And
So-
it all starts like individual, like to regain where we used to be. It starts within yourself, bro. Like, we got to get ourselves right. We got to start focusing on the right things for ourselves so we can attract and properly educate everybody on how to get back to that.
And it's about using your word as your bond. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, what your word stand on?
That's a
my
lost
nigga?
art
You know what I'm
nowadays, bruh.
saying?
Niggas
Like,
The
just be
first two
talking.
things, I look at you and I'm sorry. That's the first two things is I look at you and see what I see, and I hear what you have to say.
right.
Like,
And it's like a lot of people. This is my dad's scripture coming up. It be like, you honor me with your lips, but your heart is far from it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of like just people, society. We honor things with our lips, but like we don't have the willpower to actually fucking
Follow
do
through.
Exactly, follow through with what the fuck you saying. And so I feel like that's where we start. Is like honoring your word. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you talking about screaming from the hilltops, protect the black woman, then fucking protect
Do
her.
it.
You know what I'm
Be
saying? But
the
not
example.
I need
not
the
the way
actions.
not the way you want, you know, to say you protecting her, but ask her how she needs to be protected, because I could really physically protection, I'm straight. You know
Right.
what I'm
I
saying?
can get along,
Like, I'm
but-
straight, you know what I'm saying? Out here in these kinds
but
of
your
streets,
assistance,
I'm
is
good.
welcome. You
It-
feel me?
You
Yeah,
feel me?
right.
But
Your
it's not
assistance
just
is welcome.
physical too. Emotionally protecting me, spiritually protecting me. You know what I'm saying? And protecting my intellect, protecting my environment. You know what I'm saying? Protecting my heart. You know, and so I think that's what we can start. Cause even with what's his name? What
talking
that?
about?
Derek? What? What's his name?
Oh, Derek Jackson.
Derek Jackson. Why the only time we see your wife, sir, is when after you done manipulated her?
That's pissed me
No,
off.
sir. No,
We
sir.
ain't never seen
He
your
just
wife a
ruined
day
his
before.
He just ruined his whole brand. Like, he just ruined his whole image, and it's sad. It's very sad.
And you know
Word
what's
went
funny
mine.
is I was seeing people on Twitter talking about it, and they was like, I would never sit on the internet with my husband holding his hand while he confessed, blah, blah, blah. And folks was comparing it to Will and Jada. So I'm
No,
like, y'all going,
can't.
why are
Hell
we back?
no.
Why are we back talking about Will and Jada?
And I feel like that's a trick of the devil, like putting us against each other. You feel
Yes.
me? Like,
Yes.
bro, we have to overcome that. Like, that's the thing. Like, shit. Like, I feel for both. Like, the sis, you should not put up with that. You should leave, and you as being the masculine, you supposed to know, you supposed to protect her. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to come real.
You need to leave.
Okay, and it's like if you want to be a player, then nigga say it. Shit, I might be cool with being number 2, but let me know. Let me choose to be number 2 or number 1.
I'm the one, and she the 3. I'm the 1 and the 2.
I'm weak at shit.
You know what I'm saying? But not for real. Like on some real shit. Like. Let me, like, you. If you a player, let it be known, like, hey, I got one chick here, legit chick here. You know what I'm saying, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay,
but
you know what I'm saying? That's some player
shit. She did say in the video that she did leave him, and we don't know.
But she came back.
But she came back, like she
but
saw
she's in the video.
Action. She left, but she said she came back because she saw a change in his actions. Okay, girl.
She looked so. She
did
so
look
fed
uncomfortable.
up. She looked like whole energy of the video. You could see it. Like they probably was arguing after that video. I swear. Like, cause
why you made me do this? I was in the bed. I was watching the Housewives, and I was eating popcorn.
Okay. You put me in front of you with my bonnet on.
But I will but to put some positivity in it, sis was naturally beautiful.
Yeah,
like,
she was.
It with the bonnet on. She was naturally look good. Yeah. Like I was like, okay, she cute, she beautiful.
But we ain't know that.
But we ain't know that till now. You know what I'm saying? Like why we just not seeing her? Why we just not seeing her?
So then, what is this about? She made a video today.
Yeah, hold on.
I didn't see the video today.
I saw part of it.
I didn't even see the first video. I just saw the picture of them holding hands.
I think I saw the first 20 seconds, and she was just like, "Yeah, I just want to give y'all more insight on why I took him back." It was one of them things. She was just trying to explain herself again.
Did he tell you to do that?
That's what I'm saying.
Did he tell you to do that?
Blink twice if you
okay.
like we not gonna say nothing. We just gonna be like, okay, then we gonna come get you.
Respectfully.
Okay, like for real.
Respectfully.
Let me know if you being held against your will, sis.
Yeah. Girl, we can make a plan.
Yeah. Because don't get me wrong, I don't think there's anything wrong with like, you know, forgiving your husband after. Well, it just depends on. I don't know what the timeline was, but if
there's nothing wrong with forgiveness.
It's really nothing wrong with forgiveness, but that's the what I don't like the presentation of it.
Yeah,
this the first time I'm seeing her. You done had years of, you know, success.
They done been married for a minute.
You know what I'm saying? The only time I see her is when he have a book that was about meeting her, and then now it's just like, you know, and maybe, you know, I'm talking about somebody else, like shit. Maybe she didn't want to be seen, but still, like. You know, it's the principle of it all.
Yeah, I think it's what it is.
It's the principle of what it looked like as a black community. If you're going to be an influencer, you got to realize the power in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you influencing a whole culture. You influencing generations. Like, that's a responsibility. Mm-hmm. Back to the accountability. You know what I'm saying? Back to having your word as your bond. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Capitalism is a terrible thing.
You feel me?
Capitalism is a hell of a drug.
It run deep. It run deep. For real.
Like.
You gotta, like, I feel like in ways we still be holding on. Hood Hiller said it. In ways we still be holding on to the white man mentality, and I feel like that's one of them.
So true.
One of them is staying with somebody that doesn't treat you right. Like
that's facts, man. But you know, it's because we were so brought up on it, and our parents were brought up on that, and like it's what was ingrained in our brain.
It's back to slavery. Like, I'm gonna stay here and sharecrop, but instead of
because my master cool, but if I run away, I'm gonna be broke. I'm gonna be homeless. I might get kidnapped. I might get killed.
He treat me a little
bit better.
He give me crumbs, you know what I'm saying? He give me the bones of the.
He give me the good crumbs.
You feel me?
But then you know, it's some men that's like, well, if my woman isn't willing to, if my woman, wife. Same concept. Isn't willing to forgive me and take me back, then is she really my woman? Is she really my wife? Like, why would you leave me? We supposed to be together.
But it's like how you treat her.
Yeah.
Because we was talking about this
but
too.
It's the entitlement of feeling like you should be able to do whatever you want because you grown, you a man, like you can't.
They get that from their mom. They get that from your mother. I feel like the way a black man treat his woman is how he treat his mother. You don't respect your mama, you don't respect your woman. That's just period. Like
point blank.
That's how we know. That's how we know. You know what I'm saying? And
you right about that,
man. You said that.
Like they don't be respecting their mama. So how you expect them to respect you, sis? And then let's bring it to the mama. She don't make them respect them. You know what I'm saying?
Is how you raised
That's
him.
my baby. That's my baby. But let it be a daughter.
Gone crazy. Yeah, bro. What?
You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. So
the standards is
it's
different.
like we gotta set the standard. It's
It
got
start
like
with us.
we have to set the standard, and I feel like it starts with being accountable, holding each other accountable, and then also with parents, like being able to listen to your child. Like they're a whole human being. They have feelings, emotions. They have things to say. They have things that they can feel. It's not always what you gonna do, and you gonna do what I say, and you know what I'm saying. What I say is right, and do what I say. You know what I'm saying? It's like about knowing that child and letting them be free and letting them, live.
Raising them, but letting them express themselves at the same time.
Expression. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Letting them express
themselves.
Yes.
That's why I used to love working at the Boys and Girls Club. Like, it's like, I'm letting you know you this close to getting a foot in the forehead. But go ahead, express yourself. I'm just playing.
You gotta do black kids different though.
Right. You gotta get with them. You gotta get with them. I ain't never
you
put my
gotta
hands.
threaten them, then
Disclaimer.
talk to them.
I ain't never put my hands on none of them kids. But like Aaron just said, you gotta put a little fear in them. You gotta put a little fear in them to make them respect. I had them 5th grade girls, and everybody was just like, them 5th grade girls terrible. They terrible.
Who put a black woman in there?
With the black people, bro, they can't. It's people that's having kids and working with kids that don't know how to handle kids.
That's a fact.
I went in there and they were still terrible, but they was
structured
and terrible.
You gotta take it and then order.
I'm talking about having counselors cry.
That's that Mayat energy.
10-year-olds make you cry.
For real. That's that Mayat. Awakening that Mayat, bringing order to the chaos. That's the divine feminine. You need it. You got to bow to her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even the kids, the man, you got to bow to us.
Speak on Mayat.
Like, let's get it. You know what I'm saying?
It really starts with a child forming a version of like spirituality, like you said, like letting your kids express themselves. Because just thinking about how we grew up and how like most of our friends grew up, we was always scared to tell our parents stuff, or like I don't know, it's just little things that we've all experienced through our childhood that kind of like transgress this white man mentality that we still have. And I feel like if it would have been taught to us different, or if our parents would have handled us a little bit different and gave us a little bit more freedom, we'd be a little bit more progressed than what we are now.
And I be thinking about that, but with that, I see the problem is that a lot of our parents are the children of victims of slavery.
Yeah.
Like my mom, she's the child of sharecropping. Wasn't as bad, quote unquote, but
still
my mom
slavery.
my mom is the child of a victim of slavery. And then there's the thing, like my grandmother, she was black and white mixed, and my great grandfather was a white man, my great grandmother was a black man. So it's just like, you gotta understand that I don't know how that story went. I don't know if it's stereotypical. I don't know if it was real or whatever. But you just gotta take that into consideration in regards to like, why are people treating their kids like this? Why are people treating their grandkids like this? Like, the mentality is I'm still a victim, and I was raised by a victim.
Right.
So here we are.
So it literally just starts with us, this generation.
Yeah, if we the generation that's definitely waking up more and more every day. It's definitely us. So.
And just the way this conversation has been going or has went, you can already tell it's a shift in our reality now. And I feel like, and I really am grateful for the trend of spirituality, because niggas is waking up, and our kids finna be different, okay?
I don't care if you trending. I don't care.
That being said,
I don't care if you on the trend or if you for real, like, just keep it going.
That is true. With that being said, like, black people, we need to learn skills. You know what I'm saying? Something that we can always have, always sell.
I got the construction training skill set on that hit my line.
It sits up.
For real.
All the certifications.
I'm trying to tell you, like, learning skills like that, we will always have, because that it's all about building wealth. You know what I'm saying? And it starts with your health.
Generational.
You know what I'm saying? And then you go from there and tapping into the essence of who you are, like knowing self.
Oh, that was so good. Well, I think that kind of wraps up the episode. We went off and we had a great conversation.
We went on a train ride.
We did. We didn't even hit some of the topics I had on my phone, but fuck it. I like everything flows best. So one more time, tell the people where they can find you at on social media, and give me what your brand is about, and give me a quote of the day for our people. I know that's a lie. I sound like a substitute teacher. Huh? Like, y'all stand up, tell y'all name, where you from.
Y'all know you, y'all know me. I'm gonna do it too.
For real.
Well,
Oh, I went first last time.
Right, go ahead, Elise.
So like I said, it's Flu, Eli Flu. What's the playlist that pimp named Flu? Yes, you have to say the whole thing.
Every time.
Elise Fluellen, professionally, but you can call me Elise. Coast Consultant Inc. You need construction training, I got you. You need a job, I got you. Actually, it's a couple of construction projects at the airport going on. If you interested, it's these companies that's on these projects is looking for some laborers. So hit my line if you interested. And then Take to America Inc. Foundation Inc. You know, peace, love, education, accountability, nonviolence in the community, unity in the community. You feel me? Let's educate each other.
I like that.
Come be a part of the village.
Yes, sir.
Yes, quote of the day.
I thought that was your quote.
Me too.
I did. Y'all feel me? That came out the top of the dome.
I like that one. I like that one.
But quote of the day, I really can't think of one off the dome. So I'm gonna just say JT Johnson. He says he speaks this quote probably like 2-3 times a week. And injustice anywhere is a threat to justice anywhere. I got that from him, and he got that from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So
I like that.
That's
Take
right.
that
Quarter
with
of
you.
the day.
Take that with you.
All right, y'all. I'm finna tap out for the day, but it's Autecia at AUTECIA. Follow me on Instagram. I got some music on Apple Music, really all platforms. It's a little old, but you know what I'm saying.
Don't
I'm coming with
downplay
that
it.
new, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, also follow me at Essence of a Gym. So Essence of a Gym again is about self-care. We have self-care mastery tools. I'm working on my own dietary supplement. I ain't told nobody yet.
Ooh.
And
on the lookout.
you feel me? You feel me? Health is wealth. And we all about tapping into the divine essence within, because we are all gems and we all hold gems. And that's it.
I like that.
Peace, y'all.
And then follow me at Tahj-Bands. Follow the whole podcast at The Verified Vibes on Instagram and The Verified Vibes on YouTube. And yeah, I do this podcast. I'm a creative director. And I'm a new spirituality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The enlightenment.
Yeah, my quote of the day is just live for yourself,
I want to
man.
do a quote.
Be free.
Yeah, I didn't give y'all my Instagram name. Okay, start over
Yeah.
with Tajila. What's your quote?
What's
Be
the
free.
saying? What's the saying? Wait, I have inspirational quotes in my phone. Somebody else go.
My Instagram is at Eli Flu. ELIFLU.
Ooh, it's 555, y'all. Right on time.
Pray on it.
Ooh.
Change is coming.
Manifested.
Hold on. You can make it. What's your quote, Ari? Did you find one?
Shit, I think that was it. Hold on.
Beautiful.
Change
No, for
is
real.
coming.
Change is coming, y'all. Like
It is
it's
that.
It's all about what you choose. You gonna either create art or you gonna create destruction with your life. So
Period.
hey,
You
tap
choose.
into the essence within. Create art, baby. Because
Tap
time
into
is
your
art. Day by
essence.
day, we build mountains.
Yeah, tap into your essence and tap into verified vibes. That being said, you know the vibes. Have a good day.
Bye.